What's up guys, it's Ice, and welcome to the New Factions Reset Spawn. If you guys are new to Factions or are checking out OpTicCraft for the first time, this is the spawn that we had about 6-7 months ago, and we've brought it back due to popular demand. If you watch the video right before this one on my channel, you'll notice that we made a little joke about this being the spawn, but this is actually the spawn. You should check that video out, it's actually kind of funny. Okay, so as you see, some things have changed, some things have not changed. The things that have changed are, it's an entirely new war zone out there, even though you still have your cozy old spawn right here. But we did actually change a couple things in the spawn, so I'd like to show you those really quick. Okay, so the first thing is that the store, the biggest complaint last time was that the store was hard to access and each part was separate. So we've made a change that will fix that. If you look at these signs and you click on these signs, there is going to be no delay to warp. If you type it in chat, there of course will still be a delay because if you're out in combat, you shouldn't be able to just quickly teleport here. But so for example, if you want to go get armor, you should just be able to instantly click that and you'll instantly go here. And so it makes it easy to navigate around this relatively large spawn very quickly. So that's an improvement we've made. Another improvement is that this is the only war zone on the map. We're not doing the mini war zones anymore. You're not going to be able to do Warp Desert. You're not going to be able to do any of that. The problem with that was that it caused a whole lot of problems with lag and stuff there and people misusing the war zones, yada, yada, yada. So those are gone. This is your war zone. This is where people are going to fight. Hopefully it brings PvP right here and everybody has a better PvP experience. Because we want to improve that for sure. As you can see, there are a couple of interesting things around Warzone. It looks very different than last time, but at the same time pretty similar. We kept stuck with the style of grass right here, and then your sand village over here. It's just right out of render. Come on, I believe in you, computer. I believe. Okay, there it is. See? Okay, my computer's struggling a little bit, but I promise it's there. So we got that there. There's a couple other little cute fun things out there, and as usual, Vin has done a great job with decorating the Warzone with fun things to do. This tower right here, you might be wondering why in the world we'd have this here, and it's because we buffed archery, and so people will have a chance to hopefully fight with bows in a way that's somewhat viable. I think it'd be interesting to change up like the sort of meta of PvP on OpTicCraft. Everybody brings either a sword or an axe and then fills their inventory with potions, right? If you had a bow and you can maybe do like a heart and half a damage if you have a high enough archery, I mean, it'd be totally useful to shoot at somebody when they're running at you, right? So hopefully that's helpful. And hopefully we start seeing archery used more. So another fun thing we did was that we brought back warp fishing. Enchanted and Stats made this. They did a great job, I think. The reason we brought back warp fishing is because we're trying our hardest to make fishing viable again. It kind of sucked how it got nerfed so hard with the fishing changes in I believe 1.7, where you see like the rod bob and stuff when the fish is there. It makes it really hard to increase your catch rate above a certain amount. So I added a couple things. You can pull like TNT out, like not actual like live TNT, like the block TNT, and hoppers and stuff like that. Just fun stuff that makes fishing worth it. So if the people that like fishing will hopefully have a good time. Oh, and instead of getting more records the higher your fishing gets, you get fewer records the higher your fishing gets, because that is obnoxious. All right, let's head back. Another thing we changed is we changed AoE damage on swords and axes. Let's get a little optic kit really quick. Boom. So we got our armor and stuff. So skull splitter and serrated strikes, the AoE damage will be reduced dramatically. So now instead of when you use skull splitter, where's my axe? So like say there's a couple targets here. We got Bob and we got Joe, and I'm hitting Bob with my axe. With skull splitter, instead of doing like a whole lot of damage to him, it does a lot less damage to him. I don't know why it was coded that way in MCMMO, but you will now do less damage to the person you're not directly hitting, which kind of makes sense to me, right? Okay. And finally, one of the coolest things I think we're doing is we're changing the way mob drops work to encourage creative ways to farm PvE XP, because we are bringing back MCMMO grinding. So you should be able to hit mobs and stuff out of a spawner and get a little bit of XP, not a whole lot. So let me go to, I think, yep. All right, let me go game mode 0. I got my armor, I got all my good stuff. All right, let's set the time. So this is just an example of one of the things we've done. So when you kill these with, physically, they will drop potions, like stuff you actually want to use. My axes are really high, by the way, so that's why you're seeing me get all the crits. So far, not great examples, but let's see, nothing dropped. It's relatively rare because we don't want people getting too many potions from this, but see, you can get like instant health from that, fire resistance, basically stuff that people would want to PvP with. So we got that again. Well, we don't want that. Let's see if we can't. Uh-oh. Okay, see, there's another instant health. They'll drop strength 2s. Those are a little bit more rare, and they'll drop speeds, and those are rare as well. So they'll drop all the potions that you want to use in combat, which I think makes this a fun way to grind XP instead of the typical way where you stand there and farm, which I guess would still be possible, but basically there is a benefit to killing the mobs yourself with your sword, as opposed to letting them fall to their deaths. So I guess I should make that very clear, that you don't get these extra drops if they just fall normally. One thing I did change is that creepers... Let me get out of here. This is terrible. Okay. One thing I did change also is that creeper, they will drop double. There's a chance for double drops of gunpowder, and also a chance for TNT. I think it's like a 1% chance for TNT and like a 10% chance for double drops of gunpowder. The idea being that you don't need as many spawners as before, and that's great for us, great for you. Finally, I don't believe I have mentioned this yet. Strength did get nerfed. Strength 2 did get nerfed from 260% damage to 190% damage, which I think will help combat out. That and the reduced AoE effects should still make OpTicCraft feel the same, but still also allow a little bit more diversity in combat, and hopefully people don't die so incredibly quickly. Another cool thing, I just keep thinking of them. Hunger has been reduced again, so that you don't lose hunger as much. It'll take a little bit longer. We have fixed east-west cannoning, and we have resolved redstone lag pretty much entirely. So those are some really, really good things that we've done. Disaster helped me with that, as well as with this. He made this cannon tutorial. It's pretty awesome. And you guys, if you're new to cannoning, or if you are interested in seeing ways to improve your cannoning skills or learn a little bit more, this is a great place to come. He has so many notes about how to use each things, and this is actually pretty great. Maybe we can do a video with him in the future. So let me guys know if you have any questions about the reset, things you like, things you don't like, things you haven't heard about me, you haven't heard me mention that you think should be added, stuff like that. I hope you guys like it, and I hope to see you guys there on the reset. It will be before the end of the month, hopefully on a Friday, but we got to work around Anaheim and X Games, so we'll see. See you guys on OpTicCraft, and hope you guys have a good day. Peace.